The Walking Dead Creepercast fancast, episode 3.
I don't know why you never let me down. Leave me sitting here with just a frown. You left me alone with nothing more to say. Now that you're gone, the time has gone play. It's all gonna pack. Walking away, I see the face of another man. You're saying yourself, is that part of your plan? You should always sound the same to me. You better walk away and let it be. Burn it down. Burn it down.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, well, there was some problems with my computer first. It decided that my brand new computer wanted to fail on me. And then, of course, trying to log in through Talkshoe, or into Talkshoe through Skype, was giving me some difficulties. And but we're live now for anybody that's out there watching or listening. I'm still trying
Watching?
to, well,
Something to watch.
they can watch the chat boards. If you are out there, you can call us by dialing, what is our number here? 724-444-7444, call ID 89891 #1. And if you're listening to this live, obviously you're seeing that at the bottom of your screen. You can also call our listener feedback hotline at 206-984-9752. You can send us an email at thecreepercast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/creepercast. And what else is there, Jeff? Did I lose you already? Oh,
No. There's a delay on the. I was listening to the Talkshoe feed.
well, stop listening to the Talkshoe feed and listen to my feed. Yes, there's like a 20-second delay.
Yeah, it was throwing me. All right, what did you cover?
Everything but the last one, which is the Facebook page.
Oh yeah, facebook.com/Creepercast. I happen to be there right now if anybody's interested in joining me.
All right, I like that. And you just put up a review on our website that for some reason isn't getting onto our website, didn't you?
Yes, I did, for that wonderful movie, that wonderful zombie movie I watched over Halloween. If you can't, for some reason it's not linked to our website, but if there's anybody out there who really wants to read about The Horde, 2009 French film, you can do so at Savior's Blogspot. That's SAYSSERMONS.blogspot.com, and you'll find it there.
All right, sounds good. Then what else do we got? Well, tell us a little bit about last week's episode
Last week's episode.
of The Walking
Let's
Dead.
see.
You know, what we're going to be watching tonight.
Oh, is that the show? Oh, okay. Rick finds himself trapped with other survivors inside a department store surrounded by zombies. That's the gist of it. Now, it was called Guts, and we found out later the reason why is because they covered themselves in zombie guts.
Which is probably one of the coolest parts of the show so far.
Probably, yeah, definitely. It really makes you wonder, though. Tonight's show is called Tell It to the Frogs.
Well, they're kind of literal on their naming convention, so
So somebody's going to talk to frogs, apparently.
maybe.
Anyway, the way I described it was that Rick Grimes got grimy.
That was bad. That was really bad.
I enjoyed it.
So I'm still trying to download stuff onto my other computer since the one that has all of my stuff on there is currently dead and is holding my door open. Yeah, my brand new computer is dead. So I'm using my laptop and I'm trying to download the Talkshoe Pro. And it's like, okay, 4.5 megabytes and it's downloading at like a snail's pace. This is driving
like
me nuts.
1K a second.
It's like 9K a second.
Oh. You're on dial-up, man. Come on. What's up with that?
Tell me about it.
It's even slower than dial-up.
Yeah, I could honestly plug this thing into my phone and it would do faster. So
Well, hey, the good news is for anybody who hasn't seen the second episode, it is on AMC right now.
yeah, it's on AMC. It's on Hulu. It's on. I mean, there's a ton of places to watch. And you know what else is awesome is after 2 episodes, it got picked up for a second season.
I know, isn't that fantastic? We're guaranteed at least 13 more episodes from what I read.
So what that means is more podcasts from us. More chances for you to log on and join us live.
Which would be awesome if you did. I mean, come on, let's get serious about that. And I have been reaching out to some people out there. There's some really good podcasts I've been checking into.
What are some of the podcasts you like that you listen to?
Well, I listen to a lot of review podcasts, especially these days. And with us doing this, I wanted to, make sure I keep up with whatever everybody else is talking to. One of the ones that I've been listening to more than any other right now is the Bloody Good Horror. Those guys are pretty awesome. They usually pick usually recent movies, and they discuss what they think about them. And I like the way they do things and the way their style and everything about talking about stuff. Most recently, I just heard back from one of the guys from the Midnight Horror Show. These guys are pretty non-conventional. They just pick a movie and rant on it whenever they feel like it, kind of thing. And then they rant about other stuff too. I've been enjoying them. They sound like they're down south somewhere, so it's like they might know more about this slasher stuff than we do. But I know the one guy was really excited about The Walking Dead. The last episode, they talked a lot about Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And so that's why I had to invite them. I was like, dude.
Talkshoe. Recorded live.
Okay,
Woo-hoo.
I finally got on.
All right. We can officially start now.
Yeah, it's official. I need to dim the lights and get into the mood.
You start lighting candles, putting on a bathrobe, and grabbing a bottle of whiskey on the rocks. I'm gonna worry.
What, you're telling me? It's not. I don't have whiskey on the rocks. I've got Corona.
Oh, okay.
Well,
You do have the bathrobe, don't you?
have you ever seen me without a bathrobe? With the flap open? Now that's scary.
Indeed.
So I thought I'd try something and talk a little bit about some awkward knowledge that I actually have. And that's actually survival. I think if a zombie apocalypse ever came, I'd be very, very well prepared. Because I know how to shoot, and I own many guns. And the other reason is I'm an outdoorsman. So I know a lot about survival and about backpacking and how to purify water, how to do a lot of stuff like that. I'm also fairly good with electronics. So if I need to rig stuff together, I can MacGyver stuff.
Sweet.
So do you think I'd do good? I'd probably end up dying pretty quick though, because if there's a zombie in front of me, I don't think I'd be the person to run. I'd be like, yeah, crack my neck a couple times, bring it.
Yeah, I've got guns. Hold on.
So whenever anybody thinks of zombie survival, they think of obviously how to defend yourself against a zombie. Makes sense, right?
Sure.
But there's a lot more to survival than just that, as we've learned in the last episode, and probably going to learn in this episode. The other part of survival is just the actual survival aspect of it. How do you survive, whether it be a zombie outbreak or just, all hell breaks loose and, there's no world anymore and you're by yourself with 500 other people in the world. What do? You have no power, you have no water, you have no, you've got zombies everywhere, so you're kind of limited on where you can live or how you can live. Kind of like the movie The Road. Have you seen The Road?
Actually, I haven't seen that yet. I'm gonna have to.
That's a pretty good movie. I like that movie. And
I have seen a couple of really bad movies the last few days, but anyway.
I just watched what was that? The latest Dead movie that we're going to be talking about on Wednesday for our regular Creepercast.
Right. Which involves survival. Which it's right in the title, survival. So
yeah, survival of the dead. That's it.
Yeah, the three basic. So you wanted to discuss the three basic things that you're going to need for survival.
Right. So
Other-
this
Other
first
than weapons, self-defense.
right. Well, self-defense is a little bit later, but I figure we'd start off with the basics. And everybody knows that, or at least most people at a young age learn that, you know, the basics that you need for survival is food, water, shelter. If you've ever watched Survivor Man or Bear Grylls, is that his name? Bear Grylls?
Bear something.
Bear
I don't know.
something. Or, you know, they Discovery Channel has gone like crazy survival. The main things you need is food, water, shelter. And we're not talking about like, you know, eating slugs for food, which you could do, I guess, if you wanted to, but you don't have to, because we're not talking wilderness survival. We're talking survival without a grocery store, or at least survival where you can raid the grocery store, but you don't have a refrigerator. So the first things that you want to get for food is light, dry food. So
Okay.
light dry food would be stuff that is normally like noodly and can be boiled with water to make food. And you wanted something with a lot of starch and a lot of carbohydrates. So something like ramen noodles, the college student's favorite meal.
It's still my favorite meal. What are you talking about?
That's really good because it's high in salt, which is electrolytes that you need. It's got a lot of carbohydrates. It's got a lot of fat content to it. It tastes pretty good. Even I've taken ramen noodles and cooked it in some pretty let's just say not the best water,
Yeah,
and it still tastes pretty good.
that's true. It can still taste pretty good, and you can do just about anything with ramen noodles. I mean, you get bored with the little packet flavor that comes in there. You could take just about anything and mix it in there, and it's going to taste pretty decent.
And you can mix it with anything, which takes me to my next thing, which is tuna helper. Now, not to
And
get
the hamburger. And the hamburger helper that you.
hamburger helper is good, but you remember hamburger helper, in order to really taste good, you need to add milk, you need to add hamburger, and milk and hamburger are going to be hard to get by after about 3 days.
That's true. Although they do make it now, though, in the little packets, they have the dried hamburger in there too.
Oh, do they? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So
they're not very good, but.
So that's why I picked tuna helper, because I'm also considering packaged tuna as a dry food.
Oh, definitely. And it lasts forever. So.
Exactly. So tuna helper works really good because you got the carbohydrates, you got the tuna for protein, and even if it tastes bad, trust me, you'll be hungry enough that you'll eat it. Peanut butter, I'm considering a dry food because it doesn't need to be refrigerated. Cereal is another really good dry food. You can eat it without milk. And if you want milk, you can get powdered milk. Pancake mix is another really good one because you can take pancake mix and not only can you make pancakes, but you can make biscuits. You can make a lot of stuff without actually having to have an oven, which is really nice. One thing we used to do back when I was in Boy Scouts is we would take pancake mix and make little balls, kind of mix it so that it's really thick, make little balls out of it, put it inside of tinfoil and throw that in the fire.
Yeah.
And you make yourself like a little pancake ball. And
hey, there you go.
Once again, full of carbohydrates. The other type of food that can stay for a long time is obviously canned food. And this is where you can get canned tuna. You can get, what else do you have? Sardines, canned fruit, beans, soups.
Well, they can everything nowadays, so yeah.
Right. Yeah, anything that's in a can will pretty much stay really good for a really long time. There is a downside to canned over packaged dry foods, and that is they weigh a lot, they're bulky, and they're hard to carry. Now, nice thing with packaged foods, even stuff that comes in a box, is you can always take it out of a box and throw it into a plastic bag, and it's good to go still.
Right, but one benefit of canned food is because of it being heavy and such, that if you get slowed down by it and a zombie starts closing in on you, you have another weapon.
That is true. I never thought about that.